It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos.
Here we go. That's it. That's all there is to it.
Alright, everybody, now here we go. It's a brand new version of the do-si-do. Just stomp your feet and clap your hands. Come on, everybody, it's the hamster dance. Bouncing time to the beat. Hey, you don't even have to move your feet. Just shake your thing, let me see you move. Now spin around and feel the groove.
Let's try it.
What's everybody? That's what I want to know. What is everybody? What are you people? That's the question of the day, apparently. Not what's up, just what's. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to the stream. My face is back. My hair is long. It is it's a different day. I better update my hearts because I'm no longer 1.5. I'm a solid 3.5. Yes, I was gonna shave my head today, and then things just got kind of out of control. So no, I wasn't able to do it. But at least I'm here. I'm on stream. There is what else? I mean, we got content. Content. You know, I've decided not to wear my glasses anymore. So that's something. That's new. You know. How about you? What you guys been up to? The weekend was odd. Last week was rough. I'll be honest with you. Last week was rough. Ceiling critters. Do you have them? Is that what? Ew, because I don't like ceiling critters. Hello, Star Blue. Good to see you. Hello, Funky. Hello, Blanco. Hi, Ferric. Good to see you, Chrono. Thank you for the sub, man. Appreciate it. And of course, hello, Samus. The game jams. Yeah, we're gonna be doing you're doing game jams? Were you really? Oh, that's rad, dude. I love that. Did you get done? Heavy enough to make the ceiling tiles dip? Oh no, I don't like that at all. Nope, I'm moving. I'm sorry, I don't live here anymore. That's it. I'm out. Yeah, so we've been last week was rough. I was sick the whole week. We PNG tubered it, and I felt like just I didn't feel great. You know, it wasn't like one of those sicknesses that completely lays you out so you can't function anymore. It was just one that was like, bleh, you know, I was just bleh. And now I passed it on to my daughter, so I feel better, so that she feels worse, because that's how science works. 3 months of jams. Oh dang, dude. Was that on one game, or were multiple games, or you working with a team, or how'd that go? So we're gonna be doing today's the new normal. If you don't know what the new normal is, the intention is to start and for me, this is the challenge for me, to do the plan without altering the plan, and to continue because I feel like I've got a good plan, and not to overthink my plan during the day. That's the plan. Okay? That's the plan. It doesn't sound like it would be hard, but for me to not overthink is it's something I have a hard time with. I'd like to believe it's because I'm oh so smart, but I think it's more along the lines of because I'm oh so confused. Had a haircut today this week. Been doing my best to be a good steward. Oh, that's nice. What does that mean for you? Be a good steward. And then she'll pass it back to you. I know, right? That's what I said. I said, well, I'm done. I can't catch it again. And my daughter from the couch, I'm going to mutate it so that you have to catch it again. Like, no, I don't want to go around the horn one more time. There we go. Sorry, I closed a window and I messed myself up. There we go. All right, we're back. 8 jam was 8 games in 8 weeks, and then 2230 was 22 games in 30 days in order to enter a guild. That's a lot. I couldn't come up with 22 ideas if you put a gun to my head. How do you do it? Like, were they assigned to you, or is it like you pick them out of a hat and you kind of figure out what the heck to do? Because if you're like, okay, go make 8 games, I'd be like, all right, I can do 8 genres. You know what I mean? Like, we could do like a shooter and platformer, and we can do like puzzle game, and we can, you know, like okay, but like after that, how do you do 22 more? You know, it would just be variation. It'd be like Mario 1, Mario 2, Mario 3, Mario 4. Make the plan, execute plan, expect the plan to go off the rails, throw away the plan. And that's what I'm trying not to do anymore, right? Yeah, but that's the problem, is the whatever you want. I think I prefer being told what it was. Sup, Swoan? Good to see you. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna try to do. So Monday is Minecraft Monday. We're gonna talk about Bible stuff, answer your questions, do some more spiritually things to start the week. Tuesday is Taco Tuesday, which means we're going to talk about a subject interesting to creators, I hope. And then we're going to jump into the Discord, and at like 2 o'clock, halfway through stream, and then we're going to have a chat there about content creator stuff, or just kind of hang out, whatever works. Hello, Divine Ruins. Good to see you. Once we jump into the Discord, it's just kind of AMA and how do you feel as creators. Then Wednesday is Community Day, which is where we're going to we're gonna play community games. We're gonna start with a community topic, what people are talking about, what's going on in people's lives and hearts, and then we're gonna jump into a community game. At this point, it probably is Destiny, because that was kind of fun. And then Thursday is just a crapshoot. My hope is that I can get my head wrapped around all of the overlays I need to do in order to launch my VTuber. I managed to wildly overthink it. It was something. Let me tell you. I thought I'd be able to use what I've got here, and I'm like, but what if I don't? And then all of a sudden, I literally overthinking it. And so I'm like, I want to have it different. I want to have a different background. I want to, and it became a whole thing. And now it's a whole thing. And so I'm hoping that I can maybe grab my brain and figure out what to do. I'd like it to be based on this, so that it's not too bad, but at the same time, I also have some cool things that I want to do. That is actually, I can show you a couple of the cool things if you're interested. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I can show you a couple of the cool things that I programmed with my friend ChatGPT. We created 3 different programs. One of them was it was very fun. It's a little dot, a little glowing, pulsing dot. And if chat is slow, it just pulses slowly blue, and then if chat speeds up, it goes blue, and then blue, green, orange, and then red, and then pulses really fast. So it's based on how fast chat is coming in, which I think is kind of cool. I did a radar dish, and it sits there and it spins, and then it waits for the sub bit, the rest of that stuff, and then when it finds that, it puts them onto the radar so that it looks like there's people walking around that have just subscribed. I think that's pretty clever. And the third one, what was the third one? Something else. I don't remember the third one. It was a lot though. I worked on that radar thing for quite a while because I've got this vision in my mind. The problem is I have lots of ideas and not a lot of ability to execute them. So I've got this is my vision, is to have it look a certain way in the background, and then all of a sudden it's like Channel Heroes. That was the one. Yeah. So Channel Heroes, which is kind of fun, I think, anyway, because what it is it just every week it grabs whoever is the highest donor, as in subs and bits and donations or whatever, and gives them a title, hero, channel hero or whatever, and then it'll say who's the number 2. And then if you can take over, and then I'm trying to figure, that's the one thing I haven't figured out. At the end of the week, then what? What do you do at the end of the week? What do they get? Do they get a prize? Do they get a shout out? Do they get their name on a list somewhere? I haven't quite figured that out. I am the executive director of the Alliance for Creative Outreach. I should say that slower, just so I can get all the words out all at once. Yeah. What is that? So we'll start where we always start, and that is just to ask you, what do you think? I'm the poster boy. Yeah, that's right. That's me. I'm the eye candy. Everybody else does the work. Start where we always start, and that is, anybody have anything they want to ask? Anybody, AMA stuff, Bible stuff, creator stuff, life stuff, advice stuff, things going on, whatever. And if not, we're going to jump into a quick Devo, kind of chat about some stuff there. And then we're going to go into the Minecraft server, which is open to anybody I know and like. By which I mean, I don't let the riffraff in. Back in the day, 3.5 years ago, I had an open server, and it was fun for a while until the shenanigans started. Not the actual, not shenanigans, but shenanigans. And then everything was not fun anymore. And so we're gonna keep it nice and closed off. You feel relieved? Relieved because why? Yeah, because the thing is, I really like my setup. Yes, it's old school. Okay, I know the new hotness is like have it all like clean and there's no things. You know what I mean? It's just, you know. I mean, I think there's a reason for it, right? Because on Twitch we do a lot of stuff, right? It's like, okay, what are you doing right now? You need some kind of big word to tell people what you're doing in the thumbnail, and you know, like we need chat on there, and there's all the stuff for like who subbed and all that stuff. Then there's my sponsors, you got to have those on there, and there's Taco, you got to have that on there, and it's like, what are you gonna do? Like not have some of that stuff? Not the good shenanigans, the bad shenanigans. Yeah, exactly. Yes, anybody on there is my friend. That is good. It's fine if you want to come on there. You know, I just want to get to know you a little bit first, because I have a certain vision for the server, and that vision is that we build together, we have fun together, we enjoy each other. So I'm creating a little train that goes around, and then you'd have your little land, and you have your little land, and I have my little land, and you have my little land, and then it's this land is your land, this land is my land. This is, you know, that. I was gonna start singing, then I decided not to, and we're all far enough away that we're not up each other's nose, but close enough that we can do things together, and it's kind of fun. So that's the vision. Not to build redstone monstrosities, not to lag farm the whole thing away, not to get crazy. And I just had something really cool kind of happen on the server. Someone, DP told me, you know, like we have some lore kind of built into the background of this thing, and that was part of it. And I'm thinking back, I'm like, yeah, you know what? That was a thing forever ago. And so I'm brainstorming this idea of how can we add some lore, add some story, add some like some bit of an overarching meta narrative to the server. And so I've got, you know, my ninja stuff obviously, and you know, we can maybe pull in the sticks from, if you don't even know what I'm talking about when it comes to the sticks of destiny, then don't worry about it. But like pull in some stuff and maybe make some lore and find some ways that we can play together. One of the funnest things I ever did was an SMP that was role play. So much fun. So not that I want to turn it into a roleplay SMP, but can we like make it have a theme? See, I think it's easier to build if you have a theme. From DP's Ocean to Ransom's Island. Yeah, I was trying to come up with that, and it didn't come quickly. Hello, Ransom. Might be getting Minecraft. I mean, Minecraft on the Switch is interesting. My son plays Minecraft, and he uses a controller. And I think that's insane, because it's just, there's so much to it when I play anyway, so much accuracy you need to place blocks and whatnot. So using a stick is a pain, but he does it. But then he's a miner, so he just like puts the reticle or whatever you want to call it, the little, you know, tag straight, and that's what he does. So whatever. Yeah, so does anybody have anything they want to ask, just kind of advice or life stuff or Bible stuff or anything before I jump into the Devo? If not, we'll get into it, and then we can start talking about other things. I'm going to move this over. Whoa. We're going to slide this all the way over here. See if I can do this. How much do you get? Not much. All right. My mother-in-law made me laugh. Well, at least you guys are getting along then. Unless it's like a bad laugh, like a cackle, like an evil and then you did something horrible. But there are different ways to laugh. I've had 3 coffees today. I don't know if you can tell by how fast I'm talking. But they were really good. I really enjoyed the coffees today. So I had a third, and now I feel like I'm very energized, ready to go. I got Rogue Hydrate, so no more caffeine, just a little bit of, not that. And yeah, that's it. What are y'all drinking today? You having coffee? You had tea? You having a milkshake? She's messaging me, asking me questions about her son's birthday. Like, shouldn't you be talking to him about what he wants and stuff? Not if you want to have it surprise. I would do the same thing. If I didn't know what to get, I would do the same thing. I would text the person that I think might know, for sure. Water for now, matcha in a little bit. Blech, matcha. You can keep your matcha. We will not be sharing the matcha ever. I'm not a matcha dude. All right, let me switch out for a different music, and then we will. I'm going to pray, and then we're going to jump into the Devo. Feel free to interrupt. This isn't going to be recorded or nothing. All right. God, thank you for the day, for your love, for your presence in our life, for your being our provider and our friend, our king, our Lord, but also the one who is closer than a brother, also the one who walks with us, is our defender, is our path, is our light, is the one who gives us purpose, that everything is about and everything is going to. We are focused on you. I thank you for this technology and for us being able to be together, for the time we can spend together, for the love we can share, for the time we can help take care of each other, and for the fun we can have. You are a good God, and in this world, there's a lot of sin, and we don't deserve good things because of it. But at the same time, your common grace allows the world to continue and to feel joy, and your special grace allows us to be able to have a peace that passes understanding. And so we thank you for that today. Amen. Thank you for the lurk, my dude. Today was an interesting Devo because I'm actually torn on sharing it. And the reason I'm a little bit torn on sharing it is because it's so personal for me, right? It's like, I was like, is this one just for me, or is this one that I can share? Is this like to talk about this stuff? Like, what can we? Water and sugar-free soda. Oh, good for you. Yeah, I had Coke Zero the other day, and it was pretty good. I don't drink pop very often, so I don't really know what, I'm not going like from Coke to Coke Zero, and so it's gross. I'm just like, that's not bad. Okay, so this one here, it connected to me, and it connected sort of my heart and my mind and my thoughts. And so what I wanted to do is I'll pass it along to you, and then we can kind of chat about where you're at. The question of the day, if you look at the stream title, is what do you need today? What do you need today? Right? Second coffee, opened up a Happy Goat, local coffee chain at my bus stop recently. Feel like a coffee budget's gonna take a hit. Is it good? Is it good? Because it's only gonna take a hit if it's good coffee, right? But then if it's a little place, they probably put their effort in. I went to, speaking of coffee, just aside, we went to Tanger Outlets, which is a mall, an outdoor mall around here. It was lovely. It was lovely, except for the area that was absolutely covered in bird poop, just covered. We went there, and I found a place called Think Kitchen, which used to be Stokes, which was just a kitchen store. And so I'm walking, better than Starbucks, right? Yeah, I feel the same way. So I'm walking around, and I found this store called Think Kitchen. Anyway, I went in there and I knew what I wanted. I wanted a salt and pepper shaker. We broke ours, and so I'm like trying to find a salt and pepper shaker to be able to do. And I got one. It's very cool. It's salt on top, pepper on the bottom. Got 2 lids, and it holds some. You don't have to fill it up a ton, but it's kind of cool looking. I thought it was cool. And then I went over and I saw an espresso machine. And we were talking, my daughter and I, she works at a tea shop, and they have a really fancy espresso machine. And I've been doing all this stuff with coffee. And so I'm like, and every single time you're on YouTube, there is a coffee, it's always espresso and like ASMR with all the cool colors and really high density. And it's just really cool. And I'm like, oh man, espresso. And so I looked over and I saw this espresso machine by Think Kitchen. And it was $130. And for context, an okay espresso machine is going to set you back like $400 at least. And like a good one will be $600. A very good one will be $3,000, right? Like it's crazy. And so I looked at this, I'm like, $130? $130. That can't be any good. And so I went and, I went home and I was thinking about it. I'm like, that's crazy. Let me look it up. And so I looked it up and I went to Google and I looked at, couldn't find it. And then I went to Grok and I'm like, yeah. Hand me no Breville. Yeah, those Brevilles are good. I went to Grok and I'm like, can you find this? It's called the Think Kitchen. I think it's called Ambrosia in for $130, and it's like, I can't find it. It doesn't exist on the internet nowhere. And so I'm like, well, try Stokes, because that's the old name of the store. And it's like, oh, I found it. It's under Stokes, and it's has anybody bought it on the entirety of X, on the entirety of the internet, on the entirety of Reddit? Has anyone ever mentioned this espresso maker, good, bad, or otherwise? And it came back, and it's after looking for however many websites, it's like, no. Can't find it anywhere. Nobody in the history of the universe has ever bought this thing. And so I'm like, what do you think about that? Like, do you go, oh, that's pretty cool, I'm gonna go get, I could go try it, I could be the one to try it, and you can always take it back or whatever? Or do you be like, it's so obscure and so cheap or whatever that there's no chance I would ever go near it? I don't know. Just last night I was like, that's crazy, $130 for an espresso maker. Wild. Got a really great book. Granted, I only read the introduction so far. It's got me hooked, but that's all it takes. Okay, back to the Devo. So it's ironic that I was talking about $130 the espresso machine, because today I'm thinking about money. I'll read the thing. Rebadged, maybe, but it's super interesting. Yeah, it's Surrender by Priscilla Schreier. I've heard the name. I don't know what they're about. I surrender all. Cool. So let me read this to you, and then we'll jump back in. You'll know where we're going immediately. This is Daily Light and a Daily Path, today's morning, and it says this. Therefore, do not be anxious, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or what shall we wear? For your heavenly Father knows that you need them all. Oh, fear the Lord, you saints, for those who fear him have no lack. The young lions suffer want and hunger, but those who seek the Lord lack no good thing. No good thing does he withhold from those who walk uprightly. O Lord of hosts, blessed is the one who trusts in you. I want you to be free from anxieties. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving let your requests be made known to God. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny, and not one of them will fall to the ground apart from your Father? But even the hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear not, therefore, you are more value than many sparrows. Why are you so afraid? Have you still no faith? Have faith in God. It's one of my favorite things about this Devo is he just shotguns like a ton of scripture at you. Like this is all these scriptures, all of them, like all kind of mushed together and one after another, because it just kind of beats you over the head with the idea of the long story and how consistent God is in the same thing, right? So if you look at Psalms, are you talking like how many, 3,500 years ago, to Matthew 2,000 years ago, to today, Corinthians, let's go 1,930 years ago. And it's just consistent all the way across. And throughout the history of the faith, you have people who come to God, who know God, who understand who he is, and then who struggle with whether or not he's going to be good to them, right? Struggle with whether or not he understands that they have needs, struggles that they understand they have fears, worries. And at the very beginning, you look at, David, right? And obviously he's going through a really rough time. He is being chased down by Saul. He is hiding in caves. He is things are not going well. And even afterward, even after he is king, he's chased down by his own son, like things are going sideways. And so throughout his life, he consistently brings his fears and anxieties and whatnot to God. And he goes, where are you? Why have you left me behind? Do you not listen to my prayers? Have you heard? Did you not hear? Why am I hidden? Why does everybody else have it better than me? All that comes out so consistently in the Psalms. And then it often, at the end is like, he remembers that, God is good. It's just hard right now. The Matthew, Jesus looks at the people who then, oppressed by Rome, people who weren't getting a lot, their own people were against them. Like, as in they had tax collectors who worked for Rome, who were their own people, right? As in they were Jews as well, and they basically sold out so they could get money. They had the power of the Roman army. Like, they could go say, "Hey, Roman army, go and beat that guy up and take his money. He's not paying his taxes." And then the way that they got paid is they would just take off the top. Like, Rome wanted however much money, and then they would just squeeze the rest out. And so there's nothing that they could do, because if someone walked in and they said, "I want 100% of your taxes," you had to say yes, or you got, arrested, thrown in jail, sold as a slave. Some horrible thing would happen to you. And so that's why tax collectors were very, very hated. They were despised because they were traitors, and they were greedy, and they were selfish, and it was all very horrible. And so this is the situation when he's speaking and he's talking in the Sermon on the Mount, and he's, there's however many thousand people there, and he is he looks at him, he says, "Don't worry," right? "Don't be anxious," which is an odd thing to say when it comes to who he's looking at, because it's been 400 and some odd years since there was a prophet, right? In the intertestamental period between the Old Testament and New, that's a long time. It's been a long time since they felt a sense of victory. They've been under the boot for a long time, generations. Things are not getting any better. And they have the guy in charge was insane. Herod was a legitimately bonkers guy, and so therefore, like to look at them and go, "Don't be anxious about what you're going to eat, what you'll drink, what you'll wear. Don't worry about these things. God knows it," is such a radical thought. I would think that today I was at church on Sunday, and the woman who was playing the worship music, she was. She's like, this song came to me. It's what was it? Jesus, because he lives. That was a song. Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, all fear is gone. Because I know he holds the future, and I can face uncertain days because he lives. She prefaced it by saying, in light of the recent election, in light of all that's going on, this song reminded me to kind of chill, to that God's in charge and whatnot, which is very similar. But it's easy in our context today for us to be able to kind of go, things are out of control, right? Like, how do we not worry about what we're going to eat, drink, and wear when you've got the tariffs, and you've got the economy, and you've got people who don't know what they're doing, it seems, in charge, and it's just everything's getting more expensive. You can't buy eggs anymore without mortgaging your house. Like, how do you look at that and say, God goes, "Don't be anxious. What are you going to eat? What are you going to drink? What are you going to wear?" It's the non-believers who freak out about this stuff, but God knows that you need them. Right? God knows you need this stuff. Let me just jump into chat for just a sec. I have one little critique of the Bible. I know the Bible's repetitive a lot. However, I read Numbers 7 last night, and all that needed said was that those princes, and they just bought all this amount of ram's long, etc. Like 70 some verses just repeating the same thing, but for every name, I'm like, we could make the whole chapter a lot smaller. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You're reading an accountant's ledger, right? So like, why are there so many numbers in this ledger? Because that's what it's for. It's what it is. Be like looking at the dictionary and be like, why are all the words out of order so much? Like, because that's the point of the thing, right? That's the genre. But I know you're being and freak out. Yeah, they really do, and they don't just freak out, but they try to carry other people along, and that they try to stir up. I was at Walmart yesterday, and I don't know what happened, but I bumped into the greeter at some point, and she must have been having a day, because she's like, "I don't even watch the news anymore," and I'm like, "What were we talking about?" And then I'm like, "I agree, it's really bummer out there. It's she's like, it's just so worrisome, and everything's out of control, and all the money is crazy, and all the government's crazy, and the cross-border stuff is crazy, and the war is crazy, and I don't even care anymore." And I said, "Yeah, I agree with you. I don't concern myself too much with global stuff or national stuff. What I worry about is the people that I can actually affect, right? The people that are in front of me. Those are the ones I worry about. Those are the ones that I try to engage with. The people in my community, the people in my, my church, the people in my family. Those are the ones I can touch. Those are the ones I can help. Those are the ones I can do something about, which makes me feel like I'm able to change the world a little bit. When their world is a little off, then I can help that. But if I can't change the national debt, I can't change whether or not Alberta secedes from Canada. I can't change Trump's mind or change Ukraine, or I can't do any of that kind of stuff. It's not going to happen. What can I do though is I can bring encouragement to my family. I can talk to somebody who needs help. I can make myself available, things like that. And it really makes me feel like I really am changing the world. And she looked at me with like this great big eyes, like literally, it was like, so you mean just like the people that I know? I'm like, yeah, like, don't worry about the news right now. If it's freaking you out, don't worry about the news. But if you want to feel better, start serving people that are around you, right? She's like my daughter who's got issues. I'm like, yes, exactly, like your daughter who has issues, right? That's the idea. And so it's well, it's the idea. What do you do with your money? What's your priorities? Exactly. I don't know if tithing necessarily is what you mean, but I would phrase that as whether, ask yourself whether or not you live generously, and ask yourself whether or not you live, pinching pennies or whatnot. Because this whole thing here, do not be anxious, saying, what do we eat? What do we drink? What do we wear? That manifests as usually selfishness or fear, or control, or panic about the finances. I can't share. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? And then you end up trading trading your love for a person for the love of the money or the security. You will hurt the people if it means you can feel more financially secure. That means your priorities are whack. But that's what ends up happening is when you get anxious and freak out. It's just, I was looking at this and I'm like, one thing I trying to keep in mind is doing good to my enemies. Yeah, and that's it, right? Sometimes the good to your enemies isn't necessarily that you go out of your way to like make them feel better, but I often think of that phrase that Jesus used when he was on the cross. That was, forgive them; they don't know what they're doing. I used to think that. I have that all the time in my head, because I was going through a lot of stuff and I was going through things, and a lot of it didn't make sense. I didn't deserve any of it. Like it was so extreme and so horrible at times, and that it was clearly demonic. It was clearly a spiritual attack. It was clearly there were people who were just whacked out of their gourd and attacking without thought. And Jesus, looking down at the Pharisees who literally had him pinned there, he knows who the enemy is. He knows the enemy is sin and is the tempter and is the flesh and whatnot. Like these people have believed lies. They believed a bunch of falsehoods about themselves, about God, about Jesus, about the world, and they bought into it. And so therefore they're acting out of that lie. And so therefore when he sees them, he's able to have compassion, because he knows that they aren't thinking straight. They don't know the truth, and so he has compassion on them. Sometimes that's the good we can do. We're so quick to immediately judge, yet we forget that all are humans and not perfect. Some have more demons than others and more spiritual battles. That's why we show them who Jesus is in us and pray for them. Yeah, we don't know what's going on, and I'll tell you this, and I've said it before. That is you don't know what's happening in people's lives. And one thing I've learned as a pastor is that no matter who it is, you scratch the surface, they've got a lot of damage underneath there. And if you knew what was going on, you'd have a lot more compassion for them. And so you just start with assuming that they're going through a lot. You'll live a more compassionate life. Yeah. You're right, sleepy wifey. Are not two sparrows sold for a penny? One of them falls to the ground, and not one of them fall to the ground apart from your Father, but even the hairs of your head are numbered. Fear not, therefore, you are more valuable than many sparrows. Why are you so afraid? Have you no faith? It's him looking at them when they're in the boat. Like why are you worried about this storm if I'm standing literally in it? You think that I'm going to die before my job is done? Like, do you think I don't have the power to deal with this? Like, I've not demonstrated that, like, why are you afraid? I'm right here. I'm right here. The 1 Corinthians, I want you to be free from anxieties. Do not be, Philippians, right? Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication. That means asking. With thanksgiving, let your request be made known to God. All these verses just consistently reminding that God knows what you're going through. God is present in what you're going through. God can give you what you need. The question, are you gonna ask and you're gonna wait? Right? Book of Ezekiel, where Israel's taken captive by Babylon for their sins, but God tells the surviving captives to do good to the Babylonians. Yeah. And the way that they live differently, like throughout, just so differently, becomes a testimony to God's power and God's influence. Yeah, exactly. The having people who are coming against me, and having people who are losing their mind, and then they bump up to somebody who doesn't return evil for evil, doesn't return, like insult for insult. And what often happened is that they'd amplify, oh, this person's not going to fight back, let's beat them up until they quit. And then they eventually turn around and they start seeing themselves, or other people start seeing them and go, wow, that is crazy, that person is really off their rocker, or I'm really off my rocker. Why am I so upset with this? And they're able to see it. And the reason wasn't because I preached them into truth. It was because they saw love where, anger used to be, or love where exasperation used to be, or patience where others would just leave. And it changes. It can make them crazy, but it can also change. My question today, based on this, is just asking the question: what do you think you need? Where are you at with this when it comes to your anxieties and your needs, your worries, the things that you want? Because I know that I think about the people that are in the stream, right? And it's like people talking about job issues, relationship issues, financial issues, things that they need in their life, relationships they want fixed, things like that. And like they have this sense of need. And I wonder how easy it is, or how, not easy, what's the word I'm looking for? Simplistic, how easy it sounds when I read a verse like, don't be anxious about what you eat, drink, or wear, right? God knows. Those who fear him have no lack. And you look around, you're like, I have lack. I lack a key relationship I want. I lack the finances that I need. I lack the abilities. I lack health. I have all this lack. Am I different? Am I the exception? So I wonder, when it comes down to you guys, when you're thinking through this, how do you process your situation that you're in with the God who says, don't be anxious, don't be anxious, don't be anxious. Ask for it. God knows what you need. Just today, I just finished my taxes, and it was such a, I finished paying my taxes. The accountant did it, but there was a moment where I looked at how much I owed, and I'm like, wow, that's a bunch. And then I got another email, and then there was a number, and it was very similar, almost like the same number. And I texted the accountant. I'm like, is this the same number? Is this different? And he's like, no, that's the other bill. And so I went from thinking my bill was this big to this big. It doubled. And I'm like, oh no. And then their bill, the accountant's bill, came in, and I'm like, oh no. So I ended up like having to spend so much more than I expected. And I sat down today, and I knew that was going to happen, and I knew I was thinking through this stuff. I've been processing a lot of things. And then I sat down, and this was the verse. The first thing I saw, right? Do not be anxious. Don't worry about it. God knows what you need. And the impression that I felt was, do you believe that God knows that you need that money to pay your taxes? Do you believe that God knows and has it set aside and has a plan like he has the other years? Do you know do you believe that God understands the timing in all of this? Are you aware, or are you worried and you're going to try to place the burden onto other people? Are you going to freak out about it? Are you going to worry about it? Are you going to stress out? Are you going to spread that worry and anxiety to everybody else? Right? Because there's two ways to go about it. And one is I've got this stuff going on. I've got some needs, and I don't know how God's going to provide, but he's going to provide. And I believe it. I'm going to keep going as though I believe that. And the other side is to say, I've got needs, I've got issues, and we all have issues. And man, there's so many bad things happening. And can you believe how expensive it is? And we're never going to get through this. And we need to panic about the government and panic about the stuff. And they don't know how to use their money. We should, rebel and freak out and kind of stir up the discontent in everyone and make everybody as anxious as you so that I feel better, right? If you're all feeling horrible about it, and I can make you feel as horrible as I feel, well, at least then I'm normal. So the two choices that I have are either make everybody anxious about this stuff, or go, I believe based on God's character, based on what I've seen in the last, 2.5 decades or so, that God will fulfill my needs. I don't know how he'll do it, but I know he will. And I feel that is true for you too, which is why I'm asking the question, what are you, what's your need? What do you feel right now that you have a need in that God could or should, or you'd like him to fulfill in a way that solves the problem, right? Just a thought, something to process. My church is going through relationships, and this applies to even the people that have wronged you, that or even people that you just met. Last week's example was Jesus washing Judas's feet. Yeah, it's not like he didn't know. Not like he didn't know that Judas was going to betray him that night. He knew. He's Jesus, right? But yet he served them anyway. You love them no matter what people do to you. You love them not expecting things to change, them to change. Not let them walk all over you, of course, but loving and not expecting anything in return. It is hard. That balance, right? The idea of where's the line between this is my boundary. This is how far I will let people push me or hurt me or use me or embarrass me or whatever, and I will take this much but no further. Or these people are I know when I deal with them, it's gonna be really difficult. This is as much as I can deal with, and that no further. That line is really hard to find. For some people, like for example, marriages that are really in a hard place. For some people, the divorce, the leaving is a biblical thing. It's not going to get better. There's really bad stuff going on, and the woman or the man or whatever leaves, and it's the right thing. For some people, same level of abuse, same level of horrible, and God says, I'm going to give you the ability to go through that and take it more, whereas everybody else would. Other people might leave. It's hard to find that line. Usually I have read excerpts from the Bible to be calm about the situation. At the same time, I've read excerpts that just make me want to quit. Can you give me an example, Jones, of one that'll make you want to quit? Sleepy, what's funny is, as you're saying that, you're making me think of my book. In the book I read, she makes comment that a lot of people want Jesus as Savior, not as Lord, only to have him at arm's length, only to give him where we want him, and have boundaries, not wanting him to change something or challenge us. He's willing to give us all of him if we're willing to give all of us. It's also a trust thing, right? The question is, do you believe that when you do things Jesus' way, it's better? Do you believe that when Jesus says, don't worry about it, God knows, that you can go, okay, I won't worry about it, God knows? Can you do that? Because that's a lordship issue. That's a trust issue. That's a do you believe God's in charge issue. That's this one down here, where you've got the guys in the boat, where I'm here. Do you believe that I'm here? Like, do you believe I have the power to take care of this? Do you believe that I'm going to die? Do you believe I don't know? Do you believe I not have enough? Like, what's your actual belief in me? Jesus says. And the answer is usually, as much as you're willing to trust him, is the size of the God you have. like fear or struggle that you want God to handle is something that needs sacrifice, Well, I think going back to what Jones said, it was Jones, right? Talking about the serving someone. I think going back to what Jones said, the idea that serving an enemy is a great example of that. Forgiving people who don't ask for forgiveness and who keep, being jerks, or serving people who never serve you back, or sharing with people that will never share back, that kind of thing, where the whole world is like, you're being taken advantage of. Don't do that. And you feel as though in your heart, this is the right thing to do. And this is what Jesus has told me to do. I believe this is better. Even though in your mind, you're like, how can I possibly walk away better from this? They're taking, they don't get back. I'm losing out. I'm exhausted, or I don't get as much as I'm used to, or whatever. Like how is this better? It's so much easier to just kind of go, God, I know you know what you're doing, and I know you'll provide, and I know you forgive me, and I know you run the world. But in this case, it just, you don't get it, how much of a problem this person is. And God's like, well, you still got to forgive him, and you still got to love him, and you still got to serve him, and you still got to help him, like it or not. Right? And that's not always the case, but sometimes it is. And the question is, do you believe that God's way is better if he asks you to do that? The whole convention stuff, some days I want to back out and let them drown in the ideological misery, but some days I want to press on and continue making the event fun. Yeah, that's hard. It's hard when you got deals. You got to deal with people who are completely different worldview than you. Like, you're not arguing with them in the same book. It's like you're on a soccer field and they're on a baseball field, and you're wondering, why they're using their hands so much, and they're wondering why you won't kick the ball, or why you're not. Where's your equipment and all that stuff? Like, it's just, you're playing two different games, and so therefore having a conversation, you're like, well, obviously you got to put the ball in the net, and the other person is playing baseball, and they're like, there is no net. What are you talking about? And you got to run around the bases. Well, we're gonna run. I agree on running, but like, what do you mean around? And because you're coming from two completely different perspectives, you're looking at the field. One is seeing one thing, one is seeing something completely different, even though there's similar phrases like ball and goal and score and player, and you're like, okay, we get most of it, but you're not, you are ultimately not talking about the same thing, right? And it ends up being very, very frustrating. So at some point you either throw up your hands and kind of go, this conversation isn't going to go anywhere. There's no way this is going to work until God opens their eyes to see what I see, because otherwise it's not going to work. Or I can explain it in a way that they finally understand. Or for you to be able to say, I'm going to have to be consistent. I'm just, this is me chipping away against a pile of lies that they believe, and I don't know what to do about it other than just keep telling the truth. And that's really hard to do. It's really hard to do. Samuel says, I want Jesus as Lord, but I wish he was an in-person to lead me, It's so much harder to follow a direction that is more ethereal. I agree. I'm going to sit down for a sec. Oh, no. I'm going to sit down for a bunch. Yeah, it's a good thought. Give me a minute. Because immediately what leaps to mind there is that Jesus has created a system so that it doesn't have to feel so ethereal. It's just that most people don't like the system, right? They want to connect directly to Jesus, them to Jesus, and that when they want comfort, or when they want wisdom, or when they want help, or when they want an actual thing, whatever it is, the idea is, what they want is for them to pray about it, talk to Jesus, hear from Jesus, receive from Jesus. And that is not how he works, right? That's not how he works. He works through his people. He works through his church. He works through a much longer period of time. And so therefore it's like, I need help. And so God goes, cool. Tell people, confess your sins to one another, give your needs to one another, bear one another's burdens, help one another, spur one another on toward love and good deeds, all those one another's. It's like, okay, are you doing that? Right? I'm not confronting you, Sam. I'm just saying, like, the because when you do that and you actually engage with Jesus as Lord and go, okay, I'm going to do things his way, I'm going to go through the system he has set up, then you do experience him. You do experience his presence and power and miracles, and feel his touch and his spirit. And that does happen. But what it requires is for you to believe that his system is the correct system. It's kind of like going to the doctor, where you go to the doctor and he goes, okay, well, here's some ointment, right? I want you to put the ointment on, and you got to make sure that you keep it dry. You rub it on there, leave it alone, and then put the gauze on, then take it off the next day and repeat. Okay. And if you're like, well, no, I'm going to go home and rub it on, and I'm going to have a shower, and then I'm going to put it on the gauze, and then I'm going to, leave it on there for 3 days. And then you come back and you're like, it's not better. The doctor's like, well, did you follow the instructions that I gave you? Or like antibiotics, like you have to take all of them for it to work. You can't just stop halfway because you feel better. Like, did you take all of them? No. And because the system is in place, like, this is how it works. And so Jesus, in a similar way, goes, listen, this is how it works. You want to feel God's presence, be with God's people. You want to get God's wisdom and provision from him, be with his people. You want to feel as though he is guiding you, go and talk to people that he set up to be guides. Like it's there. It's just really hard to do, and humbling, because some of these people aren't perfect, believe it or not. And some of these people, you pick the wrong one, and then it just kind of, you feel like they're all going to be like that, and it can be really, really difficult. And believe me, I know. I'm going through a thing right now where I feel like I'm being let down by everyone. It just drives me crazy, where I've got all these things that I've asked people to do, like just so many, and they've all said yes. They either asked me if they could, or they came to me, or I came to them, and we had a conversation, and they said, okay, we're gonna do this. And then it's been for month, 2 months, weeks, and all I hear back from them is I was busy. I needed to blah 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 blah. Just, and it's like, I feel like there's it's almost like a test for me, and that is the question: can I continue to depend on people, or am I going to pull back? Am I going to pull all the way back and go, you know what, screw it, I can't trust people. They are who I thought they always were. They don't listen, they don't understand, they don't help, they're a bunch of hypocrites, they all just leave, they pretend, and they're done. I'm gonna go back into my turtle shell, and I'm gonna do it myself, right? And it's a temptation. It is an active temptation, because in my mind, that's just how people are. And so I have to keep putting myself out there. A great example is at church. There, I talked to some folks, talked to the pastor, talked to some dude, and I'm like, why don't we, I'd like to help set up a live stream on Sundays that is, better than the one that you have. Because right now it's just a camera in the back. And I'm like, and they said, yeah, that sounds great. I'm really excited about that. That's cool. All right, let's meet together. And then, can't, finally got to meet together. Spent like an hour and a half sharing my heart and sharing, my ideas and talking about what they had and where they're at and what they've done in the past. And then it's cool. I'm going to go talk to so-and-so. I'll get back to you next week. See him at church. And it's like, oh, I didn't get a hold of him. Next week, see him at church. I didn't get a hold of him. See him at church. Next week, didn't get a hold of him. I can't get a hold of him. Oh, I got really busy. Week after week after week after week. If it, at some point in my mind, I have the choice between, they don't want me to do this. I don't know why they keep saying they do. Forget it. I don't need extra work. I don't need to do more stuff on Sundays. I don't need to do this. I'm just going to tell them to forget it, because it's just they clearly don't want to. Or I can go, you know what? People are people. I'm going to take him at face value. He really is busy. He really does want to. There really are extenuating circumstances in his life that were causing him to miss some stuff. And I just have to be patient. And God's timing in this is going to be better, because if it would have started the weeks before, there would have been, all kinds of problems. And so therefore, wait till it happens and be okay with it. Be patient. It's hard to do. Hard to do. But the question is, it comes down to it again. Do you think that God's way is right or not? And if God's way is be patient with people, work with people, don't do things by yourself, trust them, listen to them. Can you do it? It's hard to do. Sorry. Just like the belief in God itself, people that say, if I see him, I will believe. Yet even when Jesus walked the earth, if not everyone believed. Yeah, and that's it. Like, my argument for that is always like, okay, so say he did, right? Say he came down, he looked you dead in the eye and convinced you that he was God, completely changed your life. It was like, okay, listen, I'm him. Submit to me as your God. Are you going to do it? Most would be like, no. But he's standing right there. Well, how do I know I can trust him? He's God. He just did like 50 miracles for you. So he's God. Okay, you can trust him? Well, I guess. Okay, cool. So now he's going to go back to heaven now. And so he's not going to be in front of you anymore. In a week, what are you going to think? Right? You're going to be like, oh, I had a weird delusion and I want to keep sinning. Like, what are you going to do? Ask God to come back? Right? Come back, do more miracles. I need a recharge of my faith so that I can, like really, really believe this time. Like, okay, let's say you do it. And he does all that for 30 years. And then you have kids, and then and then those kids have kids. How are you going to pass your faith on to your grandkids? Right? Now you have a choice. You either make God perform for you and have him come down and do the same dance every week, every couple days for the grandkids as they grow up, because they're going to forget, they're going to become teenagers, the hormones are going to get weird, and they're going to, you're going to need God to show up and go, I'm still here. Or you can maybe write a book, write down all the things, you guys need to know this, and this is really important. And if you don't, like, this is how God is, and this is the way, what he wants, and this is the way to live, and this is how you fight sin, and this is their spiritual reality. All right, later, dude. Have a good one. And you're going to get, like, you guys need to read this because this is really important. He talked to me, I want to make sure that you're going to do that because that's exactly what happened, right? That's what the Bible is. Like, what you're asking for wouldn't work. What he did is what works. And so therefore, the issue isn't whether or not he's believable or whatever. The issue is whether or not you want to take him as he is. You don't, because every time you're like, I want God to perform for me, you're just saying, I want to be God and I want to tell him what to do, which is not how that works. It can't be how that works. He wouldn't be God otherwise. If he listened to you and did what he was told, he wouldn't be God. You would be. All the pastors are going to talk about poop. What does that mean? Was that a joke? Because I may have missed the joke. Sometimes living in obliviousness can be helpful. Hey, you're not wrong. Obviousness? Yeah, maybe. If I don't see, I won't know, and sometimes it's not better that way. Yeah. What's up, River? Yeah, like, I believe I want more direct instructions. Do you, though? Like, not that I'm not going to jump down your throat, and I'm not trying to pick on you or anything, right? But the question is, do you? Because there are some very direct instructions in scripture, like really direct, like do this, and do this. Like, these aren't opinions. These aren't if you feel like these aren't like depending on what kind of person you are and in what culture, it's literally just do this. And so therefore, if you're not already doing that, then you're not looking for more instructions because you haven't obeyed the first instructions yet. Right? Like, that's the whole, if you're not faithful with small, you're not going to get more. If you are faithful with little, then you'll be trusted with more. That you already have sufficient revelation and sufficient orders from God, right? You doing those? Because that is what will lead to the more detailed instructions. Poop, that was a joke, yes. Also, last week's sermon happened to be about poop, and I have a recording of you talking about poop. It's true, though. It happens. I agree. Not ideal, but it is what it is. Okay. Well, that's that. And again, I'm not trying to jump down your throat. It's everybody, right? And it's well attested in Scripture that a small obedience leads to greater obedience. Small obedience leads to smaller blessings, leading to bigger blessings. That's just how that works. Because most people just want to skip the small obedience and the small blessings and go straight to the big one. Problem is, if he did it the way that you wanted him to, you'd screw it up, right? I want whatever it is, this relationship. I need this money. I want to be this successful. I want to have, this thing. And God goes, okay, but you're not ready for it. Try this smaller thing first. Be faithful in this smaller way first. And then you go, no, if he were to give you the thing, the thing of your dreams that you wanted, it would blow you up, or you would screw it up, or you'd use it to hurt yourself and others. Like, no, I wouldn't. You really would. You really would. Because if you can't be faithful in the small stuff that is like happening now, then when he hands you the bigger stuff, it's not going to work. It's just going to leave a bigger crater. Back when he had a deck, we had a raccoon under it and some groundhogs. Anyways, the hubby wanted to shoot it. I yelled at him, let's call animal control, pest control. They go in. They'll just do the same thing too. I don't care. I'd rather not see it. Having a Ring backdoor camera, so like a moth to a flame, I can't watch. So I'd rather not know. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know what they would do. Animal control. Gideon had clear and direct instructions from God, and he still tried to get around them with this fleece nonsense. Yeah. We all do that, right? Like it's just the way it is. That once you learn God's character and you walk with him enough, and usually that has to do with not doing what he said a bunch, and then choosing to do what he said a couple times and being like, oh yeah, that totally worked better in the long run. Then you start to learn that God's way really is better. God's plan really is better. It does really work out in the end a lot better. And sometimes it takes a long while to get there, but I think small stuff, yeah, that's a good point. I need to do more. Well, it's not doing more. It's just letting go of a lot of the stuff that you do that's you, and do the stuff that's God. Because remember, God's not a taskmaster. His burden is easy and light. He's not there to make your life worse and harder and add more things to your checklist. In fact, it's there for freedom, like to remove stuff from this list of things you need to do. You abide in him. Like if you want to be connected to Jesus, that's an abide. That is just be with. That's the thing. You want to be fruitful? Abide. That's what that means. What does abide mean? It just means stay put. Live with, be around, be the same place, be connected to. And a lot of it isn't a matter of doing more and finding more and making a list and doing a calendar. So much more of it, especially in our society, is reducing and removing so that you can abide more and let God do the miracles, which has to do with do you trust his provision? Do you believe that he will? Do you believe that he can? If you do, then are you leaving room for him to do that? I've said it, I've used this example before, but like credit cards are a great example. A need happens, a bad thing happens, and you immediately need to leap to something. I need security. I need help. I need provision. Some bad thing happened. Where do you leap? Right? Do you leap? Some people leap straight to the credit card. Well, I got to go in debt. No choice. God did this to me. The world did this to me. The enemy did this to me. I did this to myself. The only solution is debt. And so they don't even think about it. Straight to the bank to get a loan, straight to the credit card to put it on there. They don't even think about it. Just this is a natural inclination. For them, their savior is their credit. Their savior is their bank. Their savior is the finances. At no point does it cause them to pause and go, I wonder how God's going to provide, and to wait and to go, let me see what God can do. He knows and he sees. I'm going to go, see what I can do and tell a friend or tell my church or whatever and see what happens. Doesn't even occur to them. They go straight to debt because that's their savior. Thank you. Very appreciated. Very, very appreciated. Let's get back to the other music. I think this is probably better. All right. So I hopefully that didn't sound like I was being too hard on people. I wasn't intending to. It's just you gotta, if you believe it, do it. You know what I mean? Bring me back to a whole relation with fear that I have this book. What you said earlier, are you willing to fully surrender and sacrifice to get the change you desire? Yeah, which usually means removing things, not adding. That's one thing that, hey, just Jay, it's one thing that people get confused. So many people get confused. They feel like God wants to add things to their life, when more often than not, he wants to either replace or remove, right? Replace or remove. And it's way more freeing on the other side than we'd think, right? You think, I got to add ministry and I got to add church. I got to add going to church more to all my work stuff. And usually it's not that. It's about exchanging. Like, actually, why don't you do this instead? Why don't you remove this from your life? Stop going here and stop going here and stop going here and stop going here, and take a break, take a rest. You know, spend time not doing that. Like, let go of the phone, let go of the time with your business stuff. Go spend it with your family. Go spend it with a friend. Go spend it, reading. Like, God is trying to free you from all that other stuff. The tyranny of the urgent, the tyranny of the oppressive nature that our society's created, of thinking that your value is in what you produce. Are you willing to lose the job for a better one, even if you don't know of it? To the dida dodo? Dida dodo? What? What? Are you willing to lose income and realize you were clinging? And that's that. I mean, can you step away from the job that you think you want, the job that you think you need, the job that you think that is the right one, because you feel as though God's calling you somewhere else, even if you have no idea how God's going to be paying your bills in that way, right? Do you feel as though you can go there and trust that God knows you need food and water and shelter and groceries, We have our nose so close to the dirt all the time, we don't have the same perspective. It's true. It's true. And it's really, once you get your head wrapped around it, it is freeing. It's hard. It's hard sometimes because you feel like, because everything around you feel lazy. You feel like you're like, I'm not doing anything right now. Should I be doing something right now? Because if you feel like your value is in what you produce, then yeah, you're going to feel weird if you're not producing. But after a while, you can kind of get used to it and be thankful for the fact that you don't feel pressure to go and do. You can just be. That's okay. Like, instead of going to church, screeching in at the last second, sliding into the building, and then going through the motions of all the service and listening and going, oh, that's pretty good, I should do that. Then going out and immediately picking up this and doing this and talking to this person, get in the car, get to the lunch, get back. It all of a sudden is. You're like, well, I'm just gonna go to church and I'm gonna hang out, and I'm just gonna be there like a little bit early, and I'm not gonna put a bunch of pressure on having to be there. And when the service starts, if I'm in a good conversation with someone, I'm okay with that. And then I can go and I can let go, and I don't have to sing the song if I don't want to, or I can sing and I can sit in the back. I don't have to worry about what other people are thinking. I can raise my hands if I want to. I don't have to. And then when the sermon comes, I can sit and think. And then when everybody gets up and leaves, I can stay. I can hang out. I can, ask somebody to go for lunch and then wait for them. Like, it's far more freeing when you can remove all that oppressive schedule from your spiritual life. Adding value as a person versus being worthy as a person. Your value is inherent, right? Your value is inherent. as in you have value even if you've done nothing, right? Your value in yourself, you ask yourself, what makes me worthy of God's love? What makes me worthy of existing? What makes me worthy of talking to people and giving my opinion and showing up? And for some people, their value is in like, well, when I show up, I'm smart. And so when I say smart things, I have value. Or I'm pretty. When I show up places, I make the room better. Or I have money. When I show up places, I can buy things. Or my value is in the my age or whatever, right? So there's lots of ways that you kind of contribute value. And then if those things go away, your money, your energy, your health, your beauty, your whatever it is, and you don't feel as though you have value anymore, your value is placed in the wrong place, right? The question is, who's your value coming from? Is it okay that God goes, I love you, you're enough, and I created you who you're supposed to be? The end. Is that okay? And then being worthy as a person, being worthy I don't know how you'd kind of differentiate the difference, but worth is to me is the same as value, right? Like worthy of what? Like worthy of grace? Grace doesn't have worth, right? You can't be worthy of grace. It does not work. You by definition, if you're being given grace, you are not worthy of it. That's what grace is for. Same with mercy. You're giving mercy. You didn't earn it. You're being given mercy. That's the whole point, is that it's merciful. Is that it's not something you earned. Donnie says, one thing I struggle with, man's first ministry, when married, is to be to his wife's family. My wife has anxiety issues as it is, and one thing that she gets anxious about more than anything is a bank account. So simply saying I'm going to quit my job and trust God would not go over well. No, it wouldn't, because that would be far too abrupt, and it would be far too it would be the wrong system. Like, unless God himself shows up and hands you a postcard that goes, quit your job, and it glows, and then he gives you his ID, and then he writes it in the sky, and then okay, I get it, I'm going to stop. Unless that happens, there's a few steps in advance, right? Like, you guys should be walking in unity. You are one. And so therefore, you walk through her anxiety with her. You walk through the story with her. You walk through what you feel as God is doing. You walk through the scriptures together. You go and you get counsel together with each other. You go and talk to good counsel, wise counsel, come up with a plan together how that's going to go so that you're both on the same page. Her anxiety is unless it's mental health, completely just kind of wackadoo stuff, where it's just no matter what you're going to feel anxious because your brain doesn't work, then the anxiety can be something that you need in order to be able to step out to have a decent plan or to process through this properly. Because there's some people who have the quote unquote gift of faith, and what they do is they just go out and they just and they go forward and they hurt people, right? They go through and they're like, they freak out and they panic because they left their job and God's not providing, and then they're mad at people for not giving to them, and didn't you know that God sent me, and they stress out their family because they weren't thinking, right? They didn't count the cost literally of that obedience. They just leapt forward, not even thinking God had a plan or a process, and God always has a plan and a process. Obviously God had provided. I'm really excited about this new job. Still need to get wheels though. Yeah, and sometimes the instinct or that feeling like there's something else coming and this isn't where I'm supposed to be, right? There's somewhere else I'm supposed to be. There's something else I'm supposed to do, ministry or whatever, moving, doing something else. It's something that you kind of find clarity on over time. You don't have to do it right away. Leaping forward in that way is often unwise. It's okay, where are you at, God, in this, and what do I need to know, and what do I need to learn, and what do I need to set aside, and do I need clarity, and do I need, how does this affect my family? All that all matters. It all matters, right? More communication is better. Some people get confused in thinking that they don't need to communicate once God has given them some kind of revelation, and that's absolutely untrue. In fact, you need to test the spirits, and one of the ways that you do that is that you tell what God is saying to you to others. You tell your pastor, you tell your friend, you tell your wife, you tell your Christian, you tell your parents, tell the people, and you bounce it off them And God often clarifies the call through them. Because if you just leap forward with your own perspective and consult no one, chances are you're going to go the wrong direction. Or you're going to head a similar direction and pinball your way there, breaking stuff on the way. And then you'll get to where God wants it to be, but not the way that he wanted you to get there, leaving carnage in your wake, right? Kind of like David, right? David, he looking right at Saul. There's Saul. He's holding a knife. He's looking at Saul, and he knows that he's supposed to be king, right? It's been revealed clearly, very clearly. Prophet said so. God said so. Everybody said so. It's fine. So now he's holding a knife. He's looking at Saul. He's like, I could take it. And everybody around him's like, you should really go do some stabbing now so that you can be king. His response to that was not yet, because this isn't how God wants me to do it. So therefore, I'm not going to take the situation in front of me immediately. I'm not going to take it into my own hands, even though I will get to the place where I believe God wants me to go and that he revealed to, because that wouldn't be right. This isn't the right way to do it. Puts down the knife, walks away, and then allows God to sit and make the situation happen that he's able to get where he needs to be the right way. That's wisdom, right? That's the heart of God. There are a lot of people would have just been, cool, slice, slit the throat, take the throne, because that's where God wants me to be. And it would have been a terrible rule at that point. It wouldn't have been, oh look, it's wonderful, God's here, and the last guy was bonkers. It was, oh look, another violent king coming in who couldn't care less and usurps God's authority. I think I did pretty good in the latest video. Two sides. Vegeta going forward with a chip on his shoulder and the nerves wound too tight, worrying about everything and getting 𝗯𝘀𝘁cie, then Goku overconfident and relaxed. The one that have the gift of faith you were talking about. Yeah. Confident and overconfident. If there's overconfident, then there's confident. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna put my headphones on and start the process of launching Minecraft, but feel free to stop me and have a conversation about anything at any time. Has anybody else, an old man question, but c'est la vie, has anybody else ever used their mouse so much or whatever, or sat in a chair and used their mouse so much that they end up with like tennis elbow? Like they're like even picking things up, like gripping things causes pain in your elbow area. Have you ever had that? I have that, and it's really odd because I'm trying to figure out where it came from, and it's not going away, and it's only getting worse. I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. If you guys have experienced that and it's like, yeah, it just takes a long time and you gotta wait and rest it, then that's cool. But yeah, it feels bad, man. $86,000 people are watching Minecraft right now. That's crazy, man. Not elbow, but wrist. Yeah, I have the carpal tunnel, so that's old. Got the carpal tunnel syndrome. This elbow thing is new though. Like it's right in the little elbow pit area. And if I squeeze something, like literally if I try to pick up this cup like this, it's fine. If I pick it up like this, I am fried. Like it hurts so bad right now. So whatever that is, which to me is like, that's the mouse. Isn't that the mouse? That's how you mouse, isn't it? I had issues with the ulnar nerve, pinky and outside the ring finger. I get that all the time. Like if I sleep funny or if I whatever, my hands, because I got the carpal tunnel stuff, so like I'll lose feeling in both my arms, this area of my hands. But that's normal. What are you talking about? Having all your nerves not work anymore for a while. Super normal. Actually, it's funny you said, am I getting enough collagen? I recently just got collagen supplements, and I got fish oil supplements. So both of those are kind of for joints because my knees are fried and I need more. Not that. Stratus wood? Interesting. All right. Turn up volume. Hi, kitty cat. Turn down volume. Okay. So this is the SMP. I don't know if you guys know what's going on here, but this is the SMP. I've done a lot of cleaning. I feel pretty good about it. It has been so I tidied up. Obviously, I gotta mow my lawn. That's it's got to happen. But at least I tidied up. All the boxes are gone. Like all the little boxes have been taken away, except for the ones these are decorative. They don't count. And I created a shed. What? Why not? What? What? Yeah. Okay. You can see that. Launch Minecraft. What? Why did that's a weird thing. I'm gonna close the OBS. Try again. You know, I've been toying with the idea of not getting a computer and just like a new streaming computer and just be like, I think I cleaned it out. Yeah, I must have cleaned a little too much. Yeah. And just kind of go with the one PC system. Cause you can do that. Yeah, you know, obviously most people do. But I'm like, this kind of situation, I would have had to reboot my entire computer. What is happening right now? What if we do this? Is it money? This is a new one. Video settings. Not full screen. Seems that you've been enjoying sodium. Would you like to give us money? I would, but I can't. Apply. That how we're gonna have to do it? That's super dumb. So you can see it now because I'm running in Windows mode. Odd. And by the way, hello. Ukulele. That's so weird. It's kind of fascinating, actually. Like, maybe it's this. So weird. OBS, man. Like I'm just display capturing. Like I'm not doing anything crazy. Just capturing the display. With that one. Okay. See, now you've seen the wrong one. Play capture. That one. Okay. It goes there. And hit F11. And it breaks. That's so funny. Fingers crossed, no cavities. Don't forget to tell them when you do your floss, just look at her right in the eyes and go, no. I'm not falling for your big floss mentality. I'm not gonna bug this out on stream. We're just gonna pretend like it's okay. What the heck? Explain that to me. Odd. Very odd. So I managed to put some power down, and it looks pretty good. I was able to do, like, I was able to put, like, I blocked it off so it looks nice. Do I have a train track? I don't. So, but it goes all the way to the bridge and then stops. So I think we're good on this side. Like, I really do. I don't think there's any need for anything else. Because it just goes. Oh, wait. We may need more power. No, we're good, because I think I added all the power. I did not. Okay, good. We'll just that's what we're doing today, I think. We're gonna have to add some juice. Probably right there. Ooh. Boop. And then dirt. Cool. And then I think it was this one. Oh crap. Those don't turn. Maybe it was this one. Crap. Silly me. Oh, where's the music now? We lost that too. I guess you guys can hear it. I can't hear it because I didn't do this. There we go. So who wants to play on the SMP? You guys been thinking about that? What might be fun? I think it's this one. You gotta hide them. It can't just be, you know? I think it'll come this far. And then dirt. Not the most exciting thing ever, but you know what? Gotta be done. I would have only Minecraft once a week. I never when anyone's streaming. Well, we have. I mean, it's if you want, you think it would be fun, then by all means, you know. But if you know it's not your jam, then it's not your jam. I think it was this one. Or this one? Where did I put it? Man. Wow, that was crazy. Yeah, farther. Okay, it must be right here. I think it's right here. Okay, good. Ah! And then little zoopity boop way over here. Like, I think we're gonna make it quite a long ways before we need to change it up. Oh, wait a minute. Would right there work? It might. I might not need to actually do a torch because we already have redstone stuff there. How lucky am I? Oh well. What? What'd you turn off? That's odd. You can't put a redstone torch on a redstone. What? Did you know that? Did you, no, I don't think so. If I do this, it turns off. Weird. Is that how it works if you tap it? Nope, that's not how it works. I mean, I guess it doesn't have to go right there. It can go right. It can go there. If I just go like this and then that, fine. What? There, that's what it was. Okay, good. We're fine. It's all good. Don't worry about it. I know you guys were extremely concerned. I could put it right there if I wanted to, but for penny and for pound here. Hello, Uptown Doc. How you doing, man? How's life? Redstone torch is N-O-R. I don't know what that word means. Oh, you mean as in Norgate? I don't know. I failed that class substantially. With fervor. I failed that class. Now I can't get out. This was an ill-conceived plan. I enjoyed that class. I thought it was cool, but honestly, not something my brain could process very good. Do good. Head the day off. Nice. Got mine to the side. You mean like there? I don't know. I like hiding it. I don't even like the fact that these are red. I wish I could change their color. Learning binary, which I've never forgotten because both that and the gate felt like puzzles and codes. Yeah, that might be why I didn't like them. I did, didn't I? I didn't. Dang it. Dirt. 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 Can I get up? Are you playing much Minecraft, dog? How is the Minecrafting going these days? By making your own text. Yes, you're right. I could. But that would be a bridge too far. I'm just gonna see if I've got anything in this chest over here. I don't. That was completely... I knew that was gonna be like that. Alright, so I got... What can I do? I don't have a bed. I'm gonna have to bring something with me. I need more rocks. Hello, DP. Good to see you. Got around with my buddies, but I don't play as much as I used to. Did you grow up and get all boring and adult? Gross. As lovely as it is to have adult stuff, sometimes not as fun. Is this a metal thing? I'm trying to find a... I don't want to make yet another minecart. I've made like 1,000 minecarts. Play more story games now. Good for you. I'm going to be trying to finish Final Fantasy this week, and then we're gonna get into. I think we're gonna try to get into the Nier Automata prequel. That would be fun. Ugh, gross. I have to make another one. I'm the worst. But not on stream yet because my current PC can't handle it. I understand. Okay. I could just teleport back because I could. But why? Why do that? Oh, hello. It's a cart where I left it. Neat. I like my 2 PC setup. Like, I really am a fan of the flexibility it gives. But it is more expensive, obviously. Is that a boat? Is he making a Zeppelin? Have you been to your main house yet? Yeah. Well, no, I haven't been all the way to the house yet. I've only been to the... Uh-oh. I'm like, if I get out, I think it's going to make me fall. Let's do an experiment. Just before, because I was about to get out. Let's just do an experiment, shall we? Do you think I end up in front, behind, or falling off the side? I go behind. That's convenient. 2 PC setup is actually kind of cool. So I have OBS running on this side with a system called distro, and what it does is it sends out whatever from OBS this side, as though I'm streaming technically, and it sends it over there. So all the sound and all the video and all that stuff goes over to the other computer, which is receiving it using the other side of distro. And then distro just becomes a source. Like, it's just like a video source of any kind. So anything I do over here will show up as just a video source. The clever part that I did is I'm actually using a radio program. How do I put this? It's an IP radio program to send the sound from the streaming computer over, because the music plays here. So they're both talking to each other, and my router is probably plenty warm. But yeah, because this thing puts out, it's crazy. I'll show you. It's crazy. Look at this. Right now, my Ethernet is putting out 300 meg per second from this computer. I do something sweet, make a fort. We still have folding tables. So I took advantage of the moment. Oh, that's cool. Good for you. I feel there's more to the story, though. Isn't that crazy? That's how much it sends out. 300 megs per second. Even though on this computer, when it sends it to Twitch, it's only sending out 6. Continuing to eat. How dare I? He monkeyed with something that made it fall. I mean, yeah. Obviously, he's going to monkey with stuff. That's the way it is. He's a monkey. Monkey's monkey. What are you gonna do? All right, we're gonna give this a super boost, starting right here. This is what we're gonna do. Yeah, you know, bop, 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 bop. Okay, and then dig underneath. Actually, wants me to fix it. Get half through the fixing it. I don't want this. Man. Only one? Is that enough juice? All right. Are those dimmer? Can't tell. But if you only need one, then we're good. All right, let's try this bad boy. Should be good. Probably here. This will probably set me up enough. Whoa. we go. Not quite. Come back. No. It's fine. I made it. It's all good. I'm an expert at losing my trains now. There you go. Ready? Zoom. Oh, that's plenty. Oh, you'd make it an actual flying Zeppelin situation. That's cool. Wow. That's cool. I'm gonna go look at funky stuff. I won't touch any. I won't touch anything though. Even though he has 96 cows shoved in a hole, which probably is cruelty. You're looking at me for help. This is my 96 cow hole. That shoot? Is it shooting? Is that gonna shoot? Now the cows are fine. They're just hanging out. Yeah, sure. That's super cool. So what it's got here, he looks like he's gonna launch a ship. That's stellar. So he builds a ship and then he lets her rip. That's totally rhymed on purpose. And then down she goes. Splash. Oh, that's cool. That's slick. I like that. I'm not gonna get, I don't know, I don't want to get in it, but it looks really neat. I bet there's stuff going on in there. I bet that's just like in the in that one update that we were using a while back, where it's like you go in there and it's just like mob central. Scariest place in the world. All right, cool. I don't know what this thing is though. Somebody asked me what's that thing. I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna push any buttons though. It'd explode probably. But it's some kind of farm. It's gotta do something. You'd think that there would be like a, yeah, this. There you go. I'm gonna look. I'm not allowed to look. It looks very farmy in its farminess. Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna be nice and leave him a train because I'm that kind of guy. And then we'll go home and I'm gonna go look in my house because I think DP wants me to go check that out. So let's go back. Oh, come on, push. There we go. Spent a lot of money on a candle holder. Did it Bath and Body Works and saw it. You know how? Wait. Oh, to be fair, it wasn't on the app for Bath and Body Works. Found on eBay for a crap ton more. So I was like, what happened? So I'm getting it. Okay. Cross street with the smoke shop. Little Caesars looks like Mob Central. Are they mobbing over there? Don't go. Don't do it. What'd I say? You come back here. Did it. There. That'll work. Is vanilla Minecraft apart from the base? Pretty much. It's mostly vanilla. We have a few little what do you call like quality of life things. Like for example, we have a shop, right? So like if you want, like if you want to get rid of some stuff and you want to like buy things easier, there's not a ton of money, so you can't like completely just buy all the stuff. We fixed that. Back people were making millions, so we fixed it. But it's more or less, Adam. My vision for this thing is that we're a building community, and we're enjoying the build, and we live here for a while. So it's not about it's not about amassing big redstone stuff. You know what I mean? No billionaires, no giant redstone farms, just us hanging out, man. The whole point is that we have fun and we together. Green shulker box. White shulker box. Oh, sick. Thank you. I got frog lights for days. And 22 more. Let us put down our green shulker box. Private SMP, but well, it's joinable for people that have been part of the community for a while. Fixed. It was just just as I was getting close to the buying a spawner I wanted. I know that wasn't handled well. I don't blame me for that one though. It wasn't the way I would have wanted it done. Let's put it that way. I'm putting things away, but I don't want to put too many things away. No, okay, good. Yeah. All right. Boop, 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 boop. I'm gonna put the other stuff on. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. And I'm gonna put this back in the box. Boop, 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 boop. Because I think I got better stuff now. Yeah, I'm good. I got killer armor, man. I wouldn't come after me if I was you. You will die horribly. Craven Sweets. Have yogurt. Yogurt is the best. All right, Fortune 10, Efficiency 5. I have that one. So we can keep that. I'm gonna put that in the other. So Silk Touch, Efficiency. Silk Touch axe. Oh, cool. Fortune 9 hoe. It's easy to beat someone that has netherite. Well, yeah, but my nether, yeah, well, in PvP, I'm not gonna PvP anybody. I don't even think we have PvP. Silk Touch spoon, and then we got Ninja Super Ultra Super Secret Sword skills. See that? I don't know if you guys can read it, but it's substantial. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make that bigger for you guys because you guys can't really see it. Let me try something. Does that work? Should work. There, that works better for you guys. Now you can actually see it. So it actually says a Ninja Super Secret Sword skills. That's my super secret sword. I lost it. What ended up happening is I lost this thing. I earned it. Okay, so this part of the lore is that I earned this thing through doing a really cool thing, and the mods are going to be setting up more challenges to be able to win rad stuff on the server. So is it vanilla? It's vanilla with lore. How about that? So, all right. So there's that. I can go kill. Oh, I scared myself with a shulker box. I am not what I would call a great hunter. Let's go hunt some stuff. Let's try this thing out. I got a whole farm in here. What are you guys all in here for? Golly, all right. I'm gonna head to the forest and see what's what. I know there's bad guys in here because every time I turn around, something tries to kill me from this angle. This sword should. You're right. Like, say if I did this. Bop. All right. Bop, bop, beep. That's the stuff. Hello. Did it kill both? Was that a double zombie? All right, but the problem is it picks up, like, it's got looting 9, which means when I loot something, it stays looted, man. I created raid boss using command blocks and red box. It's yeah, that is a lot. Watch this. Hit me, bud. Come at me, bro. Do you not hit? What? Ow! Also, this is fun. Why are there so many creepers creeping? Please stop. That was super fun. I'm gonna leave that there. It's in the forest. Nobody can see it. It's fine, right? So yeah, you can hit multiple things at once. Okay, good. All right, that because the way that they do, the way that they help the entity situation, and so you don't get a whole bunch of. I took heart damage after 3 creepers. Yeah, all right, that seems reasonable. The way that they deal with it is that they cram them all together. So like if you go down, I'll show you here. If you go down to my train, WP, teleport, terrain master, and in here, this is the best way to look. Downfall of entity stacking, multiple creepers stack. Yeah, I should like that, apparently. You can't sleep. There are things nearby. Of course there are. I'm gonna go to bed. There's a few waypoints in the public folder. Are there? Oh, cool. All right, I'll take a look at those. Did he go away? Oh no, he's right there. I have to sneak up on him so he doesn't blow up my train station. And die. Okay. He continues to sizzle. I have more fort story. There are a few things I don't like about entity stacking, like being ganged up by invisible mobs is one of them. Yeah, well, if you pay attention, you mean like because it's actually 9. Like if you go down here, almost always, that's not one octopus. It is many octopi. Why are you making me liar? Okay, there you go. See, that's 11 salmon. Excuse me. I think I fixed all the bits, so don't spend anything expensive until you've tested it. Okay, where were we? What were we doing? Aw, I left a red stone torch there. We have to go fill that with dirt. 11 tasty salmon, right? So I feel like it's a the plan. What they're going to be doing when it comes to the lore stuff is there's going to be some battles, right? Like because it's how many things can you do in sort of vanilla that actually has a challenge to it, right? It's like if I try to do vanilla and I take on a wither, or I take on a warden or something like that, like that would be insane. I would get annihilated. Kiddo wants to leave and then goes the wrong way, gets trapped, saying, "You're going the wrong way," and he starts crying because he's I didn't go the wrong way. All right, please continue to go that way then. What with being correct all the time must be nice. You know? Funny you should say that. I know. Man, I need more dirt. Did it work? It didn't work, did it? Yeah, that's a bummer. What sword can kill a warden that fast? Well, my ninja sword should do some damage. I need to dig. I need to dig some dirt. But we got to take it from somewhere it's not going to be seen. Well, that's options. Nope. Mods. Content creator iteration. Config. Connections. Connected. Twitch pub sub is error, but Stream Element seems to be working. Odd. I tried to fix it, that one the other day. And what it ended up doing was it crashed it when I tried. I'll have to try again. Until then, 39 bits to 99 bits sound potentially interesting. Yes, there are a few. If you're wise, they definitely. Yep. Yep. You can cause some damage. All right. Reconnect. Okay. It did not work. We'll figure out that. It's supposed to work. What isn't though? Let's go dig a dirt. Put it up. Put it up. That works. Cool. Do they want a demonstration for the warden? Have you already typed teleport XN into your thing? You're just waiting for the moment? Because if that's the plan, if we're gonna be doing a battle here today, then you gotta let me prep a little bit, okay? I can't just be launching into battle. That way? Where did I? Must be this way. All right, let's go see the warden. Might be the battle, but to watch and learn. To what? Okay, explain what you want, DP. Explain, because I'm not opposed to it. Next video, what do you think about XtianNinja getting teleported into the air in Minecraft? Yes, what does my robot companion think of me being teleported? We're gonna put that one in there. Oh no, should I take that one? Unbreakable. That's silk touch. Oh, that's why I keep that around. Netherite. Cool. I have one of these now. Honestly, it takes a long time to do anything in here. Like, sundry. I believe this is a sundry. What is this ninja sword? This ninja sword is the ninja super secret sword skills. And I can, it kicks butt and takes names. So what were you thinking, DP, when it comes to, you know, your equipment? I will show you the power. Yes. Oh, okay. As in, you're gonna teleport me somewhere? Getting rid of stuff. Redstone. I can get rid of my shovel. Arrows going here. Wood. Boop, boop. Boop. Okay, hold on. Your warden farm. Take thee to the warden farm? Right, sure. No problem. Let me just empty my pockets here. How do you get rid of rotten flesh? I don't need it. I don't know what to do with it. But I do need food. I don't think I have food, now that I think about it. Maybe I should buy some steak before we go. There's a dog. You can feed it to a dog, but you can only feed like 2. I have 49. Alright. You know what, kitty cat? It's not where I want you. Go under the bed. Boop, 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 boop. Cool. Bucket of water. Torch. I don't need that. Cool, we're good. I think we're good. I can now go. Just need to buy some food. which I think is under farming. Nope. Mobs, maybe. Traveling light. Well, I need food, and I'm trying not to lose everything, but you know, still not it. Where's the food? You think it'd be under farming? Am I blind? I live on chorus fruit. That's what I'll do. That's how good I am. I'll make bread. Don't make me make bread. Oh, under food? Yeah, it might be under that. Never know. Cool. Yum, 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 yum. Food is the one that says food that looks like a steak. I couldn't have figured that out myself, okay? It would be impossible. Public Warden Farm. Sure. Let's see how this goes. Okay, that almost made me pee my pants. Hi, good to see you. You're not a warden. You're just green like one. I forgot to put decorations on my netherite. I need to go decorate my stuff. Am I feeling better? I actually feeling a lot better. I managed to give it all to my daughter, so she's feeling way worse. I'm from near Ottawa. Look at the meat. Okay, mutton. What's in here? Stuff. I'll put my fishing rod in here. I'm gonna get rid of some stuff. I don't need my banner. I don't want to lose anything. I don't think I need. I think probably can handle my pickaxe. Unbreakable shovel, just in case I get completely manhandled. It has happened in the past. Not unheard of. Okay. Is that close to Michigan? Kinda. It's kinda sorta. Yeah. Don't worry, you won't die. Just read the signs, you'll know where to stand. Safe. Okay. All right, where do I go? Up the bubble, probably. Wow. All right. We're at bedrock, by the way. Look, see that? All right. Go up for warden. Go up for warden. Who goes up for warden? Nobody wants to go up for warden. Let's pay attention to the signs. The outer ring is the warden spawn. The inner ring is the sensor range. Okay, so inner ring, I can go over here and I can make noises. And then it'll spit out over here, I guess. And then I can run away like a coward. Escape room! Yeah, all right, let's do it. Fun! This is so fun. I'm having fun. You having fun? I don't like it here. Wow, this place sucks. Where is he? Found him! Found him! I found him! I found him! I found him! I found him! Okay. All right. Should I try? Should I try taking one on and see what happens? People renew my license. I was thinking of getting one that lets me get into Canada without a passport. Yeah, it's a bit more expensive. I don't know how it works where you're at. I had to pay like quadruple for that passport, and it helps. But if you have a passport, then you don't need it. Hello. Ow. I was doing it. Yeah, I was totally gonna win. All right, so that's fun. and terrifying.
Give up. You cannot do it back in. Give
Woohoo!
up. Give up. Tune in and slam the door. Give up. Give up. Give up. Give up.
You have earned your sword. Aw, thank you. I'm such a coward. I'm such a chicken. $50 passport. Yeah, passport is more expensive, but it'll work better. Like if you have the money for passport, they are better because it'll only let you cross the one border, like literally only to one in Canada. And who knows how long that's gonna last? You know what I mean? Canada starts getting petty. It might not actually last that long. I have a skulk catalyst. I'm gonna put it somewhere. Hard to drive to the Caribbean anyway. It's true. There's a lot of yeah, it only works if you cross that one big long border, not in all of them. I don't know what that's for, but now it's there. Ow, ow, ow. All right, what was I doing? I don't remember. We're making a train. And we made the train, and now we're gonna make the other train. Okay, so the plan, I think, is this way. Let's see how far I gotta go. It's not that far, actually. Skulk catalyst uses death near it to turn stone to skulk. Oh, like, so it won't work on wood though, right? Like if I kill something next to it, yeah, okay. Do I need to silk touch that thing, or will it break? I don't want to do it until I get permission, because if I need silk touch, that's what I thought. Okay, good. I'm glad I asked. Silk touch. I think the tornado sword can kill the warden pretty quickly too, but it'll kill everything in the direction AoE. We have a tornado sword. I'm gonna have to tell Adam that we are very not vanilla if we have a tornado sword. 2 hours from the salt, so it's not. It's like depending on how often you come, right? I think we don't have a tornado sword. Okay, good. Yeah. Depending on how often you come to Canada, right? We when we go to Niagara Falls, we like to drive through Buffalo, because in Buffalo there is good Walmarts that have completely different Oreo cookies than we have in Canada. Oh, it's the advanced. Okay, I don't that. Yeah, it makes sense. It's how do you Soult? Soult? What? Like Sue. Okay, you mean like Sault Ste. Marie. Are you talking about? Okay. All right. Then I know what you're talking about. Well, this place is sicker than Flip. Look at that. You know we have one of those in the server? It totally matches the aesthetic. What if she's gonna do around it? Because this is a build by Star Pony, who is stellar at this. Sue, like, yeah, Sault Ste. Marie. No, Long Sue. All right, I'm with you 100%. That's super interesting. Let's go in there and take a look. She's done a lot of work in here. What are those? Beans? Walls made of beans. So this is supposed to be like a teleporter place. I don't know why. I don't exactly know what this is. So I get it. Like that. So this is this going to end up becoming spawn? Like in my world? Is that how that's going to work? Just to make life easier for you? It doesn't matter. Because I don't want strangers stomping all over my world. What's up, Shadow? This place is creepy. That's like, that is legit, has some creepy factor. How far can I go here? Nope. We ain't going there. Is it? Hold on. I'm gonna try. I have not been to the Nether yet. We're just gonna see where I land. If I land above in the sky or some awful thing, I'm gonna cry. Man, I hate the Nether. Like with the furious intensity of 1,000 suns. Oh, people are doing stuff. I hate the Nether. Not a fan. I haven't figured it out yet, but the only people that should be able to go into your world are a community role. Yeah, well, that's it. Like, you had this really cool thing planned out. You can copy paste it though. Like, you don't have to keep it in my world. It is very cool looking though. And I think because it's complicated, because when you come onto the server, you end up in the, in the spawn room, and then you choose to go where you want to go. So you come in here, which spits you out at spawn, and you need to use a command to be able to get to like your world, or not your world, your land, or whatever, where you live on the server, which is a bit of a pain, but you got to work with what you got. I get that. She built that for my far out. That's cool. So what should we? Does that mean that we get to pick what goes on the gates? Is that what? Or is that if to go from my world to the other worlds? Oh, is that what that's for? That makes more sense. I figured it out. So that if you were done playing on here and you wanted to jump into like, I don't know, Skyblocks or something, you could. Is that what we're talking about? I reached tier 2. Tier 2 of what? I don't know. But I'm in tier 2. Okay, let's go back down. Now that I've done my little bridge project. So that's done. Let's go work on my train station. This is my little pet project over here, which absolutely makes no sense. Because actually, you know what? I just realized something. That train isn't done. Because if you go over here, yeah, it's going for you. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Because this here, right? I do have train tracks, and they do come up here somewhere. How far do they get? Oh, they don't get very far. Okay, so I'm gonna go get some more train tracks. What are you? Oh, you're an activator. I don't want that. Okay, cool. And then more. I'm gonna need more powered rails, which means I need gold. I need gold, which I think I have in my shed. Metal. Nope, over here. My fancy box. Yeah, oh, not very much though. Oh no, I got lots. Never mind. powered rail. Sticks and gold. I have gold. I have sticks. Oh, I need redstone. I may need to make that entire thing out of powered rails now that I think about it, because that's quite a hill. Is there a better way to do it? Let me think. Can you bubble elevator with a train car? I don't know the answer to that question. Because this is a pain. Griffin City joined the game. I don't know who that is. I assume it's someone that is in a different... Minecart's an entity? Okay, so theoretically... Then... Wow, this is a... You gotta be careful. I can click one. That's too powerful. Yeah, okay. So if we do this... I can only click... I gotta click so fast. I think it could look cool if I had a bubble elevator right here. Straight up. But what is this? So this is... 63? 63,120. Okay. 63,120. What? $50.63. Oh crap. Oh, that was -1. Hold on. Oh, that'd be sick. Is that really where it goes? 63 zeros right here. Oh, that's convenient. Is it really? Yeah, it is. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that totally works. Let's do that then. Where's a good place to what would be good? No, we can choose, right? We can choose where it pops up here. I guess we can get it to pop up like right beside? Right here. This makes sense. Right here. Let's go! That was anticlimactic is what that was. Probably because I don't have my spoon. Give me my spoon. Oh. We'll deal with that later. Still don't know where to put my flesh. I wish there was a place to throw things out. You know, just garbage. Spoon. Spoon! Uh-oh. Rocks! Why am I dying? Wait, what? Hold on. Did I miss? I didn't miss, did I? -3. -13. I think. What did I do wrong? I'm at -362. Okay. Go back down. Did I miscalculate? I must have miscalculated. I said, oh, that's your son's account. Sounds like one of those going to be a lot of fun finding out questions. Yes, let's build it and then Google it. Gimme. Negative 120. Did I just math wrong? Negative 120. I hope I didn't leave a big wide hole in the wrong spot. Negative 1. Oh no. What did I do wrong? Negative 1. How badly did I screw that up? Okay. Well. More one way to kick a cat, kill a cat, eat a cat. I know I think the problem is my pickaxe is so powerful that it actually digs down faster than I can fall, which means I'm actually taking fall damage as I dig. So this one is negative 3 102. So negative 3. No. I 102 and I said 120. Oh, that's funny. 102. So this is gonna be negative 3, negative 2. So negative 2, negative 262, negative 2, negative 260. All right, negative 260. Wait, what? No. Negative 2. Yeah, negative 260. That works. Okay. Gotta be a way to do that, right? That way. Keep my eye open. All right, so negative 2. So it's that way, but then I have to be at 60. So we'll just dig that way. Correct? Dark. So very dark. So dark. Almost there. Oh wow, that's a ways to go. 7. 6. Is that my hole? It is my hole. I'd recognize my hole anywhere. Lapis. All right. So theoretically, you really shouldn't be down here, kitty. All right. Theoretically, I could just dig up. Every time I say dig up, I always think of that scene from The Simpsons where Chief Wiggum and whoever else is stuck in the in a hole, and Chief Wiggum goes, "No, dig up, stupid." I think about that literally every time I dig anything. My relentless little kitty cat. You want to be in here? Come here, kitty cat. Hello? Ooh, experience points. Yum. Hello. Come here. There he comes. He naps on me. Aw, it's so cute. I gotta get up and I gotta right click him real fast. Where'd he go? Too fast. Where'd he go? Did he disappear? Stay there. Okay. We made a hole. Now we're gonna make a bubble elevator. Now I remember how to do that. I need water. And you need to turn the water into source blocks by using kale, if I recall. And then you need a soul stone. So, we have water. How far up? Okay, how would that work? We're gonna have to experiment, man. Okay. And also, will you drown? I have aqua affinity on my helmet, I think. Yeah. So theoretically, I shouldn't drown. Warning, you require aqua affinity to ride this ride. You must be able to hold your breath for longer than 30 seconds to ride this ride. Okay, let's get some kale from the shop, which I assume I'm correct. Well, does stone look like cow skin? What? What? The bubbles give you air. Oh, they do. Okay, then you won't die. Okay, good, good, good. Farming. That can't be right. Kelp, not kale. Kelp. Yeah. Don't think I need more than a stack. Oh, crap. Keep gotta empty my pockets, man. One of your windows there was a block that mostly white with black splotches. Oh, birch block. Do I have a birch block somewhere? I haven't even seen birch yet this playthrough. I'll take your word for it. All right, so we gonna buy some kelp from the store. Farming, kelp, blocks, 1. Should be good. Cool, nice. Okay, and then do that, and then 1 below. Woo! Yeah, and then that would be a bubble, but we got to do this first. Can you just do that and it just gets taller? That works. Or we gotta go up. That was close. And now I break them. They put kale in this game. I'm gonna play something else. I too am not a fan of kale. It's so gross. It's the worst. Okay. Now I break all the kale. Kelp. And then I get soul stone. Shop. And I think soul new. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Cooking kelp gives you a new fuel source. Yeah, they're right. Yeah, very good. I'm going to. I think it's probably in here. Soul stone. There's nether stuff in here. Soul sand. Gotta be in here somewhere. There's prismarine. And there's warped. Okay, it's gotta be. I'm just not seeing it. Let me read that in a sec there, DP. Is it? That's mud. What? Gotta be back here. Keep going. There it is. Just need one. My issue is that how do I get rid of the water now? Right? Like, so if I... That's a problem. Because I don't think I can get the train in here. Do I need to use spider web? Spider string? Do I use string? Oh yeah. That's okay. The signs. Yeah. I was thinking signs. I really was. My question is, how do you deflect them? So if they come flying up here, you'd want them to bounce off something and land on rails. Because otherwise they will just sit there and bob, which isn't... You want to keep them going on the rail. Let's use signs. Wooden things. Do I have signs in my wooden things category? I do not. Where'd you go? Three should do it, probably. Can I go down a bubble elevator? You can't, right? Can you hold shift? Nope, it did not want you to do that. Okay, we'll go. Hello. Phantom light. Well, it's supposed to be a railway, right? So they can't open their door while they're on the train. It's got to be automagical. And I'm gonna have to make that pretty. It's gonna have to be pretty. Is it go there? And then there? Is that right? That is not right. Okay. Whoops. Dagnabbit. Down the elevator saying magma block at the bottom. Right. Yeah, which we can do. We'll do that next. Right this second, I need to figure out how I can get my little brain wrapped around this. It's going the opposite side. I haven't quite figured out which way where it goes. It must be on the opposite side. Like here. It is. All right. It's nice that you can edit signs now. That's new. All right, so I can go through. Now, will train tracks go there? Oh, they won't, will they? Down, but you don't need bubbles. You can just drop down a hole. Oh, that's true. Gravity. But if you want to go fast, which of course you do. All right, let's try it. Before we get too crazy here. The server is playing Minecraft sound. What is happening? Why is the server playing sounds? That's an odd little problem. What's that deal? What's the deal with that? Okay. Put train track. I have a don't think this is gonna work. Because it's... Let's see. Nope. I can go there, but I can't put one there. Okay, here's a plan. Nope, that's not a good plan. Then the water will come out. Okay, that removes that. Let me in. For a down elevator. Oh, yeah, you know. Okay, now if I do this, walk ever so slowly. Okay. Theoretically, can I put a rail down? How badly will that screw up my bubble elevator? Turns it off completely. Ha! Don't go in there. So, if I do this, then if I go boop, boop, and then I put that there, remove this, and then add one here. Theoretically, let's try. I don't have an activator. Ah, shoot. Why did I not bring anything with me? There's one. No, I need that one. Redstone. Gimme. And gimme. I think I did it. That's all I need. Yes, I do. You need a minecart. You are correct, sir. That is an important part of the process. Boop. Okay, here we go. In the hole. Where's the hole? Where's the hole? In the hole. We're gonna just kind of back it up a little, and then we're gonna dig. And then put the redstone torch down. And then another block. And then a power rail. And then a regular rail. Okay. Time for some science. That was a big jump. I went up a mile. I want it to bounce. Can you deflect something? Because if I put a block here, like just a block, like stick it right there, boonk, it'll come up and go dunk and just kind of stay. But theoretically, I don't know. I know things have gravity in this. You could theoretically deflect something. How would that work? Because everything would hang in the middle. See, it all hangs in the middle. So regardless of what you put there, it's going to go bonk into the middle. So you'd need something to kind of, a piston and a slime block. And then have it activate part of the way up. Like, and put a sensor, like a sensor there. And then it would, once it senses it, it would like shoot the block. All right, let's see how that goes. Okay. I'm gonna put rocks. You know what? That actually is a fancy rock. So we're just gonna put that in the fancy rocks. Fancy rocks box. Fancy rock box. Nope. Normal rock. Don't need the kelp anymore. Don't need that anymore. And those are all tools. Definitely don't need copper. Okay, where's my slime? Probably under decorations? No, under sundry. Yep. I don't know how to make an observer. I actually don't know the recipe for an observer. I don't think I've ever made one in my whole life. What is an observer? Quartz! Cobble and quartz. All right. I have cobble. I don't have quartz though. Run out of money. Blocks. Probably not. Probably under ore. Hey, look who's learning how the system works here. Server. Okay, theoretically, if we could have it push it right over there, but let's just do this for now. We'll figure out the science, then we'll figure out the direction. It's just too powerful, man. I gotta switch to my diamond pickaxe. There's too much. It's just got too much juice. Uh-oh. Where did it go? You know what? Forget it. I'll make an iron pickaxe. Something I can control. Yeah, okay, it's one of the... I wondered if it was over there. Da-up. Okay, now I won't keep chipping away at my everything. Okay, observer. Observe this way. And then... Can you put that on top? Sticky piston. And the slime block. Fortune pickaxe is slower than the silk. Is it really? Fortune is slower than the silk. Alright, well, okay. Nope, in the wrong spot. This has to go a little more backwarder. Efficiency. Oh, is it? Okay, far out. Thank you. Then this one goes this way. Then this will go this way. And then I think I need to hit it with some redstone, correct? I don't know how observers work. I literally don't. I don't know how observers work. Let's go do some experiments not on my area of... Oh, dang. That's what I was trying to avoid. All right. More science. All right. So observer. Facing this way. And then right click. No. I know we need this. So is it... You put it in front? No, that doesn't make any sense. Off to the side? But you need some kind of redstone juice, do you not? Observer is a block that emits quick redstone pulse from its back when the blocker... Oh, from its back. When the observing changes. You point the face at the thing you want to observe, and the redstone signal comes out the other side when the block you're observing changes. Oh. Well, I don't think that helps, because if the train is an entity... Hold on. We can test this. Nope. Because it doesn't count. It's like me. Right. Okay, so that didn't work. Even though I put it down, it won't do it. So we could theoretically, hold on, we're not licked yet. Well, we are. I was gonna say we could use an activator rail, but you can't put an activator rail on top of this. I mean, you could put a button. Like, when I come up, I wonder if you'd have a detector rail. But you would, but the problem is that you can't put a detector rail on top of the water. Whoa, come back! I got smacked on the head. Clunk. So theoretically, there could be a button here. Please press. And it would spit you out. That way. You can put a string on the face of the observer. Say what now? What would string do? The string would? As in like a tripwire? It will. Okay, hold on. String. I know what we have string. Up here. String. You don't say. I can't put that in the water though. Can I? String changes state when an entity goes through it, like tripwire. Yo! I can't put string on here, can I? My brain hurts. Okay. it will. So I mean, I'll fly up high enough. I like the string won't get in the way. Yes, you can. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can. Yeah, string won't bother me. Let me out! Let me out! Please! Please, pretty please, with sugar on top. Thank you. Yeah, you can come up through the string. I think I've just established that. Okay. Problem is it took up a square, which is fine. You got enough juice. So theoretically, I could break this. And then... Can I? But wouldn't I get rid of the string? Where is the string? Is the string gone? Okay. So theoretically, hold on a second here. We're going to get the observer. Yay! Go quiz! Reward yourself with something sweet, like a big old sucker. straight to the sugar. All right, so then observer observes. I lost it. There it is. Observer goes here. My dad says suckers about xylitol. I love me some xylitol. That's my favorite thing. I gotta break more. Okay. Why you keep facing down? What the heck? They actually are good for your teeth. Like, ironically, they are good, actually good for your teeth. Yes, it's really funny because you've got, you think that it would be xylitol because it's kind of like sugar. Yeah, it's actually not a bad thing. Okay, stone. And then sticky piston. Here. And then that there. I have a high sense of confidence that this is going to work. Because I put it together. It should be good. And I'm a genius. Ah, it's killing me! Ah! Please stop killing me! Bad observer! Wait, why'd the observer move? Huh? Yeah, a little. Why'd the observer move? It shouldn't have. Oh, cause the sticky. Oh. But that string left too. Although it probably broke because you know it works on the slime block. Okay. I did get blah, blah, blah. So you have to put the Everybody and their grandma's come to my house. Where'd that little bugger go? There he is. Hi. Ow. Thought I could make it. Forgot it was nighttime. Too much light. I need fences is what I need. Gates. Safety walls. Boing. Okay, I know what I did wrong. That the observer was actually glued to the piston, which is not good. So the observer faces this way, and then this goes here, because when I put this up, what it ended up doing was it stuck to... Are we starting to stream again? Because it comes out the back and the redstone carries through this. So I would theoretically... Can I put a block there? Will it carry through another block? I don't know. I don't think it will. If I put that there and then I put piston on here and a sticky block there, can I put... Where would I put the redstone in that regard? Nope, that didn't light up. Maybe it will. Why will you let me out sometimes, but not all the times? Right, because it sends the signal out the back. I think I know what to do. I think I got to do this, and I got to go like this, and then I got to go like stone. I think there, and then that, which theoretically should do it. Let's test. I know how to test. We will test with a redstone torch. If I go like this. Ah, fiddle. Really? Yeah, I'll leave the broken one so I can get out. So that if that does that, it doesn't actually carry through this. Okay. So how do I slab? And then because it's got to be one above, right? It's got to be above so that it doesn't stick to the observer. And does the observer only work one in front, like one, exactly one block in front, or is it anywhere in the front, like for a certain distance? Because if I could back the whole shooting match up with just one, then we're good, because then I don't have to glue anything to anything. And then slab. Then slab. And then... Nope. Would it be a block? I put a block there? It broke it. Redstone is a pain, man. That's ugly. Ugly but functional. We can. All right. So observer. Use a half slab for the upper part of the block for the redstone. Or use a glowstone block. This one here. I tried that half stone. Half slab, I mean. Use a half slab on the upper part of the block. Upper part of the block. Oh. Or do you mean here? All right. Oh, that didn't count because that's coming from here. That didn't light. Put the block behind it back and then put the redstone down. Move the redstone under it first. Okay. Redstone is so hard, man. It's so hard. Okay, so you saying put redstone down here now? No. Block it down one? What? Thought I couldn't put it on top. Oh. Okay. That's a little cleaner. Still gotta cover it up some. Won't look bad. Oh, forgive me. Oh, double forgive me. Shouldn't snork into a mic. All right, observer. Unfortunately, you are all broken. You're in the way. Okay, and then observer, observe, that way. And then Slabarino. There. And then redstone. There. Then some, oh yeah, because Travis was really bad and my dad yelled and hung up. Aw. Not supposed to talk to me. I'll let you guys. That sucks, man. Grass smells bad, yeah. What'd your dad yell at you though? Man, your dad, rough guy. Sorry, I'm bad. My bad. A repeater slows it down? Oh, I never thought about that. But here's my theory. If I do this, then I put redstone here. Yeah, the tick delay. Okay, yeah, that would have been one way to go. But at the same time, this could theoretically work, right? Like string. But hold on, slab. Oh, it's the slab goes up higher. I remember now. Slab. And then let's see. I want to see if that works. Because that's a simpler system. Theoretically, we shouldn't need the yeah, we shouldn't. Okay, good. Well, we wanted to. I want to make it look cool. We're gonna have to dress some of this stuff up because that's kind of ugly. But if we can work with it, that might be good. Okay, let's see if it works. I think it might. Hello. Boo! The string stayed though. It didn't get high enough? That's crazy, because now, was it too fast now? Let's try that repeater. Bubble elevator isn't high enough. Piston has to hit the mine cart. Well, yeah, but here's the problem though. That string is what makes it work, right? When I put a string, so like if I put a string down, it removes that block, and the string is what allows the observer to observe. So therefore, you can't have it both ways. Now, if this wasn't here, right? If I remove this and I go down, it should shoot me pretty high. All right. Watch. See, I'm way high. Way high. So I thought that it would be like, it would be able to shoot it like that. But maybe it's a matter of the getting the tick timer correct, so that it you go whoop and then it goes. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, let's get that. Okay. Well, that. I'm gonna. All right, so I broke it now. Because it's got to go, let me guess, it's got to go around. Yep. Okay, let's. And then piston. How did I break it? Oh, because it's not touching. Oh, sick. All right, that sucks. So that needs to be redstone. And then that needs to be the repeater. And then because I go back without incident, I had to push and get the trash out since I was having Cinco de Mayo in a few hours. Oh, fun! Last time I was out there, they were angry at me a few days later. Oh, because you had garbage out? No. Okay. Are you gonna go join him for Cinco de Mayo? Could be fun. What am I doing wrong? Oh, it peters out by the time it gets there. It's not strong enough. It's bypassing it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So now my repeater. Man, I'm not great at redstone. So, but if the repeater goes here and we get it out a little further. Grr! Right after the observer? Okay, hold on. All right. Right after the observer, and then redstone, nope, redstone, and then slab, if I recall. No, redstone, and then block. Would that be right? If I put a block there and then redstone, then it'd be fine. What's up, Pastor Greg? What up? Good to see you. There are the arrows now shows the direct. Oh, did I? What? Really? Well, I'm hoping it will be one day. Thank you for saying so, though. We're banging our heads against redstone, which is always such a treat. You ever do redstone? Okay, and then ow, ow. Okay, change timing. No worries, man. Aaron's at the grocery store. Yep. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. I'm unstable while standing to be around people. They get mad a few days later because I interrupted their flirting and gossip. One old lady, sounds like my dad. I'm asking childish and jealous of the guy who lives here. Hooks up with women, doctors, and first responders know better. Well, I mean, if you, yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go down there and be a stick in the mud, then yeah. But if you can just go down there and have fun, could be fun. Let's try a different tick speed. Just one. Aha! I don't know. If you got a party having right in front of you, you want things to do, just go hang out and party, man. I know you're not able on your feet, but you've got your I think you got a cane and whatever. Could be fun. Appreciate you coming by on your lunch break, man. And thank you for saying hi. Let's go. Science. I made it past. That's an interesting little tidbit. That's interesting. I made it past. Wait, what? Pause, and when I break it... Huh? I'm gonna try it one more tick. Now you can make it present. Sorry? Well, you know what? I did one tick less. Might just be it. You never know. Because you might be able to catch it on the way down. Instead of catching it on the way up. Oh, you made it past. Yeah, I made it past, which is a good thing, because it was blocking me before. Oh, Cody, make a present now. Ha ha ha. Ow! I feel like I'm close though. Because say you come up the bubble out of it. Hold on, maybe we're thinking about this the wrong way. You come up the bubble elevator, and it could observe you off to the side. And then run redstone. Right? Can you put redstone under a slab? Can you? No. Try observer on one side and a piston on. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is that maybe you could observe it from a different angle, and then it would be able to push. Because if it observes, right, let's say from this side, how do these redstone engineers do it? Like, honestly, it takes so much brain power. All right, it observes this way, sends a signal out the back. I'm gonna have to get rid of these. And then right, so da 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 da, and then wait a sec. No, because it doesn't go high enough. Yeah, no kidding, right? Lost trial and error. I was just thinking that if I put it here, it could spit it out. But can you move the observer? Wait a second. I have an idea. If we put the sticky piston on the observer, like this. Wrong. Like this. Come on, help me. And then, man, this thing hates me. Like, I can't place it without. Because they're opposites, right? So I take this and I place it this way, which is fine. But then when I want to put the actual piston on it, I have to place it facing that way, but it'll make it go up. Yeah. So that's maddening. Come on. What? I can't be the only one that has this problem. All right, fine. We'll do it this way. Can I do it this way? Ah! Okay, so if I put the string here. Eh? Why is it not doing it? All right, have a good one, man. You care about life again. I am back for what it's worth. I know you're observing it. I can see you observing. So, if I put you this way, do you work? Yes. Wait, an observer can't move its own thing? I think I may have just learned something. Hold on. If I put... I put a slab over top of that? Aw, man. I can put a slab over top of it a little bit. So if I do this and then where'd you go? How did I lose it? Where did it go? Did you fall down the hole? Oh, there you are. I fell down the hole. Help. Well, that's not even a little bit annoying. Okay. If I do this... No. If I do this... Just facing this way. Yes. Hold on. And then I put... You want to put a chest down? Like, yeah, maybe. Not a bad idea. And then... Okay, and then we go all the way around. I think that probably worked. Okay, let's get our repeater going. That way. Did I do that one? No. Why is it blocking? I can't. What? Ah! Third time's a charm. And then see, it's not being sticky. That's okay. If we do this, and then are you not enough of a signal? Why you not do the thing? Did it break? The redstone? It does every time. Why? How about now? Ow, ow. Jeepers. Okay. I have a good feeling. I have a good feeling. See, because the thing is, if I can catch it at the top, as opposed to try to catch, like, bang myself off the thing, it's just as effective. What? Ah! That did something. Theoretically. Right, didn't caught me for a second there. And if it was just long enough to have a rail on there, will it activate a rail? Ow. All right. Pay attention to the rail. I want to use 90-degree turn string instead of 180 for the observer and piston. What did you say? 90-degree turn instead of 180 for the observer and piston. Yeah. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. So it goes. Ah, flip. I think I may have to stop for a bit. That was uncool. I need water. Dagnabbit. Yeah. Let's figure out who we're gonna raid. Okay. String. Because theoretically, now the experiment is this. If I put a powered rail on this, and then I put the string down. Ah, nope. Of course, that doesn't surprise me. Yes, happy Cinco de Mayo. All right, well, that's a project for another day. We have tried to redstone. We have failed to redstone. I'm sure there's a way to do this that I haven't thought of yet. It's just, all you got to do is get you out of the bubbles. That's it. That shouldn't be that particularly hard. Maybe I'll get you caught in some spider web, and you have to wait like 10 minutes before you can go to the next part. All right, tomorrow is Taco Tuesday. We're going to try to find some Wolfler's on? Nice. We're going to try to find some topic. If you have some topics, send them to me tonight. If you're like, man, you guys should talk about this for Taco, send it to me. We'll talk about it. We'll try to see if it's any good to talk about tomorrow. And then in the afternoon, starting at 2, instead of doing a game, we're gonna jump into the Discord and we're just gonna hang out, man. Hang out, say hey, talk to each other with our actual voices. If you don't have to, if you don't want to. Last time we just had 4 people on there, all playing different games while we kind of watched 4 streams at the same time while we all chatted. It was quite nice, actually. I appreciate that. Thank you, Ransom. Where's my guy? 61 watch streak, let's go. Sorry, I know you said, and I completely forgot. Nami's on Lumilab. I haven't rated Lumi in a while, but she's kind of a PvP person. And going from us chatting to her is a bit of a, you know. And okay. Pastor D's on. He's always nice, but I didn't see. You say Beowulf? Oh, Wolf. Yeah, Wolf. What's he doing? I don't know what he's doing. I guess we'll go find out. Have a great rest of your day. West of your day. Yep. With Woofler. Have a great rest of your day with Woofler. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you check out the website and sign up for YouTube and all that jazz. You know the whole thing. I don't have to say it over and over and over because y'all are the same people. You get it? All right. See you guys tomorrow.